Hey guys, and welcome to day 2 of our Blessed Beginners Challenge. I hope you enjoyed day 1 and you're still with me here. Today we're going to do some work on opening up and strengthening our hips. So, whenever you're ready, we'll hop on our mats and we'll get started. So we're going to start out today lying down on our back. So if you come all the way down onto your back, you can either keep your feet on the floor or let your legs come all the way out long to the floor, completely up to you. Hands by your sides, palms facing upwards. And just taking that second to settle into your mat. Really feeling the weight of your body ground down into the floor. And just observing how the floor beneath you keeps you lifted, keeps you safe and holds you up. You don't need to have any hold or control over your body in this current moment. Just letting everything sink and soften. And then taking one hand onto the space in your lower belly, one hand onto your chest. We'll start to focus in on the breath. Just noticing the really gentle rise and fall of your belly and your chest as you breathe in and out. And every time you go through a round of breath, just seeing if you can deepen the breath, breathing into the full capacity of the lungs, right down into that bottom hand. Visualizing the air traveling all the way down the back of the throat, into the base of the lungs, into the belly. And as you breathe out, softening everything down. Now, if you can, starting to seal the lips shut together and breathing just in and out through your nose. We have a breath in yoga called Ujjayi breath, which is our victorious, our loud, oceanic sounding breath, where we try to constrict the back of the throat. Imagine like you're breathing in and out through a straw, and it should make a loud ocean sounding noise that you can feel in the back of your throat. Now, if this isn't possible for you or you've got no idea what I'm talking about, please do not worry. Breathing what feels comfortable to you today. And then wherever you are, walking your feet back towards you, so your knees face up towards the sky. We're going to heel toe our feet together to touch. Take the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out towards the side. So we're in a diamond shape with the legs. Gently blinking open the eyes if you'd like to. Now, if this feels really uncomfortable for you, please feel free to grab some pillows and place them underneath your knees. Or a really easy way, so we don't have to move from here, is to make fists with your hand and just place them underneath the upper thighs, which is going to give you a nice bit of support so your knees don't fall all the way out. Just breathing here, really letting gravity take your knees down towards the floor, opening up into our hips. As you guessed by my intro, today's focused all on the hips, so we're really going to try and open up into this space. And this is the space where we tend to hold lots of our emotional energy. It's where our sacral chakra lies. So if you feel things come up during today's practice, don't be alarmed, just let them come up and let them release just as quickly as they came. And wherever you are, gently taking your hands to the outsides of your thighs and drawing your knees back together to touch. We're going to take our arms out to a T shape and start to windscreen wiper knees from side to side just to release the hips. So we go over to one side, open back to our diamond, and then our other knee follows over to the other side. Open up to diamond, other knee up and over. Literally like a windscreen wiper motion. Just getting into those hips. And the next time you come up and through center, just taking both knees up. We'll take our knees in towards our chest. Give yourself a little squeeze in. And then take your hands underneath your knees. Rock and roll forwards and backwards on your spine, just gently until you can come up to a seated position. Feet to the floor, knees to the sky. We're going to come back into our diamond shape, our bound angle. I'll face you so you can see what I'm doing. And from here, I want you to take your hands onto your knees, palms facing down. If you're really struggling here to sit up tall, this is the perfect moment to grab that pillow and place it underneath your bum, just to give you a little bit more height. Hands come onto the knees if they're not already. And then I want you to think about pressing your knees down towards the floor. And as you press down, press your knees back up and into your hands. So we've got this equal and opposite force of our hands pushing down and our knees pressing up. And you should feel it in your hip joints or in your adductors, the insides of your legs. Pressing, pressing, pressing. And then as you inhale, relax. Press, hands down, knees up, press, press, press. And then relax. Try not to let your shoulders come up into your ears. Keep your shoulders soft. We'll go for 2 more times. Press down, knees press up. And relax. Last one. Rock the pelvis forwards. Press down. Knees press up. And we relax. Take your knees together to touch. Give your hips a little bit of a break before we come back down. Knees wide. Sweep hands up overhead. And as you exhale, start to fold forwards. Now, this can be a really tough one, so please don't judge yourself or be unkind if you're up here in your fold. It's absolutely fine. We're just working with what we got today, remembering that you're still a beginner. You probably only started a couple days ago or a few months ago even, so this can be really, really tough. Just be kind to your body. Breathe during the posture. And then gently walking hands back towards you, knees together to touch. Give yourself a little squeeze in just to release the lower back. And then we're going to come all the way over onto hands and knees into our tabletop. So remembering our tabletop for day 1, I'll give you a second to think of that alignment before I use my cues. So as you probably got, wrists are underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And as you breathe in, we're going to kick our left leg back behind us. Really strong through that left leg. And as you breathe in, I want you to take your left knee out towards the side. Imagine almost like a dog doing a wee. I know it's not nice to think about, but that's what it's like. And then kick back. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, kick back. 2 more out to the side and kick back, trying to keep weight even in both hands. We'll do 1 more, hold and squeeze. Open out to the side, hold, and then we're going to do 3 leg extensions. So I want you to extend and bend. These are hard. Extend and bend. Last one, extend, hold, 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 and then drop your toes down towards the floor. I'm going to twist so you can see me. I want you to make sure your left leg is in line with your right knee. So make sure that foot is one straight line towards your knee. Then slowly starting to sit back towards your heel, almost like a child's pose, bum towards your heel, and really trying to press that left foot down to the floor. Now you should feel a little bit of a stretch inside your leg here. Don't worry if this is as far as you can go, just working slowly backwards. Holding for 1 more breath, and then we'll lift back up and out. Again, making sure that left foot didn't move. And as you breathe in, I want you to lift your right arm up towards the sky. As you breathe out, we'll thread our hand through the gap. You can take a soft bend into the left elbow. And as you inhale, open back up. Holding here, breathe in, big breath out. Breathing in and out. One more breath in, twist and open. And as you breathe out, right hand comes down to the floor. We're going to step the left knee back in and come to the other side. So your right leg kicks back behind you, kick it back. And as we breathe in, right knee out to that side, the dog weeing pose. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, out to the side. Exhale, kick back. 2 more. Out to the side. 1 more, kick back. Try and get your knee as high as you can. Open up, hold. We'll do 3 extensions. If you're shaking, it's working. We extend and bend. Extend and bend. 1 more. Extend, hold, hold. And then drop your foot down towards the floor. I know that's tough, but just because we're beginners in yoga doesn't mean we're not strong. So I'm working you hard. Make sure that right foot is in line with the left knee, and then slowly start to sink your bum back towards your heel as much as you possibly can. Really trying to keep that right foot down towards the floor, so keep rotating it down. You should feel a nice stretch. I say nice, you might not like it, inside that right leg. Next breath in, we're going to lift up. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. And as you breathe in, we're going to open our left arm up towards the sky. As you breathe out, start to thread through the gap, soft bend in the right elbow. Inhale to open up and holding here. I know you might be shaking now. I'm even shaking. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath in. And as you breathe out, take the left hand down, right knee steps in. We're going to tuck our toes under and lift and press all the way back to our downward facing dog. So hopefully you remember this one from yesterday. Hips are high, bum is pressing high, and we're going to reach our chest back towards our thighs. Feel free to take a soft bend in your knees. You want your back to be as flat as it can be, so that we don't want this U shape. We want a nice V shape with the lower back and the upper thighs. Looking forwards, we'll take a big step forwards, right toes, left toes to the top of the mat. As you inhale, lift halfway. Hands to shins, head forwards, bum back. Lengthen through the backs of the legs. Feel free to bend your knees here. As you exhale, refold. Inhale, big sweep up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping your feet as wide as your mat or wider than hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep up. And as you breathe out, we're going to interlace our fingers behind our backs. We're making a fist with our hands. Squeeze our shoulder blades together. And as you breathe out, start to bend your knees. Send your chest forwards through your legs. And let your arm come away from your back. Head's relaxed. Give it a little shake. Neck is relaxed. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. And as you breathe out next time, we're going to slowly release, hands to the mat, step back into your high plank upper push-up, and then we're going to inhale all the way up to our downward facing dog. Holding here for a second. As you breathe in, weight goes into the left toes, and we'll lift our right foot up towards the sky. Now from here, I want you to bend into your top leg and start to send your foot over to the left. So you're kicking up and over to the left to stack one hip on top of the other. Really opening up through that right hip. Imagine like a scorpion tail with your leg. holding here, and then looking forward. Take a really big step forward to the top of the mat in between your hands. We're going to drop the back knee down. Keep your toes tucked under today. And as you inhale, sweep up into your low lunge. Exhale, hands come to hips. And I want you to just make sure that you're not too straight on one line and your right foot is slightly out to the right of the mat. So you've got a strong base here. Make sure your bum is engaged, squeeze it on. And as you start to breathe out, I want you to think about tucking your tailbone under. So your tailbone isn't sticking out like this. We're tucking it under, almost so we're flat from our back to our thigh. You should feel it in your left hip, maybe even the left quad. And if you feel like you can, lean into it slightly. Breathing in. As you breathe out, tuck under, lean in. One more breath. Amazing. As you inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot, untuck the back toes. We're going to heel toe our right foot out to the side so our hands are inside our foot now and start to lean into the front knee. Now I want you to take a look at your front knee and see if it's over your front ankle. If it is, you're going to heel toe your right foot forwards and then lean back into it. Really thinking about pressing your hips down towards the floor here, and you should feel a nice opening through that left hip. Either staying here or there are options, so we can tuck our back toes, lift our back knee and rock from here, or keeping your knee down, we take our left forearm down first, and then if you can, you try to take your right forearm down. Completely up to you which variation you take. Maybe just taking one elbow down to start with and really trying to lean the right shoulder down towards the floor as well. Taking one more breath. And then wherever you are, we're going to come up. We're going to tuck our back toes and lift our back knee if it's not already. From here, I want you to look ahead of you and take a really big step forwards to the outside of the left hand. Big step forwards and hop. Doesn't matter if it took you a few to get there, don't worry. From here, we're going to turn our toes out, heels in, lift your chest and take your hands to heart center. So you're in a weird like mid squat. Then we're going to start to squat all the way down, and I want you to keep your heels down on the floor. Now, it doesn't matter if you get all the way down here or if you're up here with me, just making sure we're pressing our elbows out into our knees. Holding for one more breath. Let me show you from the front. We'll take our hands down to the floor, take a big step back into our plank pose. And from here, hips come all the way back up high to our downward facing dog, and we're going to move straight to the other side. As you breathe in, weight into our right foot, left leg up towards the sky. Coming into our scorpion tail, we start to turn our foot over towards the right, bend into that top knee and open up our hips. Really thinking about stacking one hip on top of the other, and don't lean forwards, keep pressing your chest back. Looking forwards, we'll take a big step forwards with the left foot, land it between the hands or give it a shuffle. Right knee drops down, keep your toes tucked under. As you breathe in, sweep up. As you breathe out, hands come to your hips. Thinking about tucking your tailbone under, really feeling that stretch through the right hip or quad, so the front top of the leg. And then thinking about tucking the tailbone and leaning into it. So inhale, tuck under, flat from your lower back to your leg. And as you exhale, lean in. Breathe in, tuck under. Exhale, leaning in. As you breathe in, sweep your hands up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Frame your front foot. Untuck the back toes. From here, we heel toe our left foot out to the side, coming into our lizard pose again. We bend into our front knee, either staying like this with your chest proud and lifted, or options to tuck and lift the back knee, or coming even lower into it, dropping our right forearm down, and then if you'd like to, left forearm down. But not compromising anything in the body. If this doesn't feel good, please take another variation. We can be up here and still feeling it. Taking one more breath wherever you are. Inhale and exhale. And on your next breath in, you're going to come up. We'll tuck our toes if they're not already and lift our knee, meeting everyone in this high lizard. From here, we're coming back to our Malasana, our Yogi Squat. So we take a big step to the top of the mat with the right foot outside the right hand, toes point out, heels in, and we start to lift our chest, hands to heart center, sink our bum low, and press our elbows out into our knees. Either sinking all the way down, keep pressing your knees out. Doesn't matter if we're up here again, just breathing wherever you are. This is not easy, so stay with me. And then we're going to take our hands to the floor, lift our hips high. We'll step left toes, right toes back into our high plank. Drop our knees, lower our belly and chest all the way down like a tricep push-up to the floor. Inhale into your low cobra. And as you exhale, push back to downward facing dog. One breath here. And then slowly dropping your knees down to the floor. I want you to take big toes together to touch and take your knees as wide as a mat distance apart. Starting to walk the hands back, send your hips down towards your heels and relax your head down on the floor. Really just trying to sink low towards your heels. Trying to reconnect with the breath. And when you feel ready, we'll slowly lift up onto hands and knees tabletop. I want you to step your feet back so we're coming into a high plank. And then from here, your right knee is going to tap towards your right elbow. Hold here for a breath. And then drop your knee all the way down towards your wrist. Turn your toes out to the left. So you've got a backward 7 with your shin and your thigh. And then slowly start to wiggle the left foot back, coming into our pigeon pose. From here, I want to look behind and check that the left leg is in line with the left hip. So it's not skewed out to the side. Trying to keep hips as level as you can. So we're not sitting down onto the right bum cheek either. Our hips are lifted. And then slowly starting to sink down onto your forearms if you can. We should be feeling a nice stretch through the outside of the right glute. And maybe even a little in the left hip. If this feels okay for you here, please feel free to come all the way down, head onto hands, and we'll take 3 breaths here together. Inhale and exhale, letting anything that may be coming up go. Acknowledge it And as you breathe out, let it go into the universe, into the atmosphere. One more breath in and out. And then wherever you are, slowly walking your hands back towards you. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, so you might need to hop your foot a bit closer to you. And I want you to kick your right leg all the way up to the sky, press your chest back, and give your right leg a little shake out. Doesn't need to be fancy, just doing what feels nice for you. Right foot back to the floor. We'll inhale, roll back to our high plank upper push-up. So just find me, meet me there. And we're going to the other side. So left knee towards left elbow, hold and squeeze. A little bit of core thrown in. And then we're going to drop our left knee to our left wrist. From here, toes out to the right. So turn your toes towards the right. Keep the left knee in line with your left wrist. And we're going to wiggle or slide the right leg back away from us. Look over the right shoulder, check your right leg is in line. Hips are lifted, remember, so we're not sitting onto our bum cheek. Hips are lifted and square, so equal heights towards the floor. And then slowly starting to come down onto your forearms if you'd like, and even coming all the way flat down to the ground. 2 if you want. We'll take 3 breaths together on this side as well. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, if things are coming up, breathing in, acknowledging them. Exhale, letting them go. Slowly start to lift back up, hands to the mat. We'll tuck our back toes, lift our back knee up, and kick our left leg up towards the sky. Give it a shake, give it a wiggle. Left toes down. From here, just lowering your knees down slowly. Walk your hands towards you, and we're going to come to sit down onto our bum. So coming there however you'd like. Wiggle yourself forward so you've got enough space at the back of the mat. We'll take our hands underneath our knees and slowly, slowly lower down onto our back. From here, we're going to take our knees towards our chest, give them a little squeeze, and then I want you to cross your right thigh over your left thigh, like you're sitting down in a chair. We're going to grab our feet with our hands, so opposite hand to foot we grab, and then from here, start to pull your feet towards you and also pull your knees towards you. Now this can be quite intense, so just breathing through it. We often feel that tightness in the outer hip or even sometimes compression inside the hip. We'll take 2 more breaths, squeezing in. This is our reclined cow face. Good. Gently, gently release. We'll do a big circle up and over and cross sides. Left thigh over right thigh. Grabbing your feet. This side is much more difficult for me. So just feeling if one side feels really weird for you. And then you're going to start to pull your feet towards you. Knees squeeze in towards you. It's not easy. I know. Holding for 2 more breaths. As you breathe out, really just trying to soften your face if it's all screwed up. Good. Gently release. Big cartwheel, open with the knees, and then give your legs a shake. We'll take our feet to the floor, knees to the sky, hands down by your sides, and just to open up that compression in the hips, we're going to lift up into our bridge pose. So thighs hip distance apart. Feet wiggle towards your fingers, and as you breathe in, lift up, squeeze up, open up those hip joints. Squeezing your bum. Holding for 2 more breaths, pressing, driving through the heels. And then slowly lower yourself down, knees towards chest. And you can either finish today with your legs all the way out long, or you can come back into that diamond shape with me here, either taking fists or pillows underneath your thighs, or just letting your knees drop to the floor. We'll take one hand onto our belly, one hand onto our chest. And just closing the eyes if they're not already. Letting your weight and your head rest heavy. Thinking about gravity pulling your knees down to thinking about gravity pulling your knees down to the floor if they're open. And wherever you are, just trying to release that hold, that control over the body, the breath, the mind. And either feel free to turn me off now and just stay here for a bit longer, or if your knees are open, slowly guiding them back together. If your legs are out long, we'll all take our knees in towards our chest. Give ourselves a really nice hug and squeeze. And then gently making your way up to a tall seat, whether it's feet out in front or legs crossed, just coming to a comfortable seat. Sweeping hands up overhead, palms together to touch. And as you exhale, take hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your chest space. And take a moment to really thank yourself, thank your body for coming to practice. Take a moment of gratitude that you made it through day 2 of this Yogi Beginners Challenge. And then gently bowing into the head, bowing the chest. The light in me honors the light in all of you that joined me here today. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to practice with me in day 2 of this Blessed Beginners Challenge. I really hope you're enjoying it. Please make sure to remember to tag me on Instagram, #BlessedBeginners, so I can see your progress and I can help you out as much as I possibly can. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you here tomorrow for day 3. Mwah.